We don't need the music. Skip the
No,
music.
we're yeah, no music. Hey everybody, welcome to Candy Coated Conversations. Well, it looks like we have to do a show where we doing some candy coated truths over here because it was brought to my attention that there's a live going on with a lot of lies being spread.
A lot
Lies, you
of
guys.
lies.
And it's really ridiculous. And honestly, none of this ever had to come to this at all.
It
So
really didn't.
I'm going to actually start at the beginning so that you guys I'm going to tell you from the start. I'm going to tell you from the start, and then we'll catch up to all the lies that are being spread. Okay?
But Candy, wait. First, we need to bring up these controls because I see that that's where they're saying that you had an issue with when that wasn't the issue. That means what?
Yes, yes. Lies are trying to
Previous
be
people
spread.
had the issue with controls. No, Banger made these women became an issue. He was the one in the back talking about people and everything else. How did we know about Unique? How did we know about Candy? Unique asked you, I don't think Candy like me. You said, oh, she don't. So for you to sit on this panel, and although you did not mention my name, no, you didn't. But however, I'm the one that know the truth. See the ones on your panel, Miss Fit, she is gonna listen to everything you say because she's very fucking weak. She's a weak woman. Yes, I said it. Because for somebody to call you fat and 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 big and everything else, and you still showing this motherfucking man love, my brother ain't gonna call me ugly. And if he is, guess what? He gonna be playing. And then he gonna say, "Psych nonsense, you are cute." That man never did that to you. So for you to sit your ass on that panel and degrade another black woman with fucking lies, that is a shame. Now, Candy, go ahead. I just wanted to say that part.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, just to get to that. Y'all, this is not about any control. Honestly, Banger and I have never had a conversation about Angela even having those controls. You know, I why would I care? Why would I know that Fit needs help running her shows because I used to help Fit run the shows before we had that little falling out. I was the one that would do that for Fit. So why would I care about anybody helping Fit run a show over there? I know she needs the help. It's never been an issue for me, ever. We, as a matter of fact, we have never talked about Angela and her helping Fit run a show at all. We've never had a conversation about it. I don't have an issue with like why would I care? I know she needs help to do that. And to be
Yes.
she always has needed that assistance because she
She
doesn't
added
have a
herself
computer and
in.
all she has is two cell phones or whatever. I've never had an issue with that. Anyways, all that stuff is just smoke and mirrors to cover up lies, you guys. So
Lies.
I'm gonna start from the beginning, right?
Can
And
we
I'm gonna
share the
tell.
screen for the live that everybody's seen when Nikki was talking crap about me and you? That's what blew it over because he didn't see the like point like you. How are you on the panel doing controls, but you have your best friend in the chat on live talking about Heavy and Candy, and we take it to Banger, and this is where it landed, y'all. This is why
And
we're here. This
and
is why we are
keep in
here.
mind, keep in mind. I know that him and Angela are friends or cool or whatever. I never even you took it to him. I never even took it the issue to him. I never took that issue to them. But I'm gonna tell you what issue.
That is
Let me
correct.
just get to the story. Let me just get to the story, y'all. Um, and look, I don't want any more interruptions because I
Yeah,
want
we
to tell
not
you guys.
dropping links.
Yeah, I ain't dropping no link. I might do it later, but we just need to get to this, right? So I've said even on the show how I even encountered this man, right? You know, I happened to come in the chat one day. I happened to come in his chat one day and he was just throwing out wrenches. He was throwing out wrenches, right? And I honestly, I was like, oh, he must think I'm somebody else because this is my first time ever even coming in the show. And he was just throwing out wrenches. You guys, it was at that time. So we had a meeting or whatever, you know, and it was me, it was Coco, it was Witch's Brew, it was Ladybug, and there was somebody else, Misfit, and I believe Kia Love was in there at that time as well, because we had a big group chat going and everything. At that time, Banger had another channel. Come to find out, they had been demonetized, right? So that 2.0 channel is his backup channel. And he said to all of us, hey, if you guys are interested in doing YouTube, help me get my channel off the ground. Help me get this channel off the ground because my other one got demonetized. I'm working on my backup channel, and just give me a couple months and helping me get my channel off the ground. And in exchange, if you guys are wanting to do YouTube and stuff like that, you guys could come up on the panel. People will get to know you guys, and they'll get to know you as you're building up your channels, because that's really, kind of where it starts, getting people to know you so that they get to know you and things like that. So when you guys start your channels, you'll kind of have people that support you, right? So that was put out by him. You guys help me with my channel, and this is what you get in exchange, right? So there's that. So I'm saying, putting that out there so that you guys can know when I get to a certain part of this story, why I'm feeling the way that I'm feeling, right? So that was the deal. It's not just me saying that. There's other people. Witches Brew can tell you the same thing. Coco Drips can tell you the same thing. Even Misfit can tell you the same thing. Like, everybody knew that that's what the deal was. We're helping this man get his channel up and going again and getting it pushed and things like that. And in exchange, you guys come up on my panel, and people get to know each, everybody gets to know you guys and this and that as you're getting your channels. That was the deal, right? So, you know, yeah, I find it funny that they just sitting over there lying and trying to turn. I'm the one that said to Banger, Angela is acting funny with me. I was never acting funny with Angela. Angela's acting funny with me. But I noticed he was trying to kind of stay out of it or whatever. So I left the shit be, right? I let it be. Then on the date, I believe those screenshots say the 16th or the 17th, something like that, right?
Hold on, Candy. And Jamie, fuck you too. Because I seen your comment on his page. We don't
No,
care
let's
what
let's
side
not do
y'all
let's
go
not do that.
to.
They don't know the truth, Tamika. No, let's not say it.
And
They
it's a
don't know the truth.
shame because don't throw dirt on Candy name and everything like that when y'all don't know the truth. Like,
Yeah,
we had
you
a
you
good
gotta
Sunday service. So
you
everybody
gotta
that was
know the
in that
truth.
Sunday service is on that panel talking mad stuff. Like, y'all need Jesus. But go ahead, Candy, go on.
Yeah, no, don't no. We gonna give what they all say with the grace, because they don't really know the truth, right? They don't really know the truth. So that incident happened when Angela was up there on the show. We were actually on the show, and she was sharing her screen. And it did get brought to our attention that she was discussing us in the back with her friend Nikki, right? So I don't really need to rehash everything, because she's adding on to the conversation. But exactly what was said between Angela and I is on those text messages. So it was, I don't know what all she add. The lady is, at this point, you are just a liar, because you're even adding on to the conversation. None of what you're saying that you said to me was said. The only thing, you guys, that was said in that conversation is what I posted on those screenshots. And I'm gonna go to those screenshots now. I'm gonna go to the screenshots now, and we're gonna go over it. Now, mind you, I never even told Banger about this because, like I said, I knew they were cool, and I didn't want him to be in the middle of anything. So, and I don't need a spokesperson. I can speak for myself. But you know, that I went to him. He wasn't even a part of it. Tamika can even attest to this, because he said, Tamika, dang, Candy didn't even tell me about this.
He sure did.
Candy didn't even tell me about this. I was not putting this man in the middle of it at all. But I did want to know what was going on, you know, from her, because like I said, I had spotted her change in behavior towards me. So, and I had just said to him, like, I'm noticing this. I'm just telling him I'm noticing this. He didn't want to really, get into it or whatever, but I think that's other issues, the reason why, he look, why he don't want to say anything. But anyways, I digress. So, in case you weren't able to really see the messages, I'm going to read them to you. And this is all that was said. So all that add-on that she's over on the panel doing is strictly lies. Strictly lies. So, this is what is the conversation in case you couldn't see it. So, this was on May 16th. I said, "Hey, Angela, do you have an issue with me that we need to discuss?" I said, "Though I really don't know what that could be, but you're clearly having discussions regarding me during the live shows. It was brought to my attention with screenshots that you and Nikki were discussing me being a rock hater, which I'm not, by the way. But the greater issue for me is this. If I can see you talking about me during a show, how many other messages are being written and discussions being had that aren't visible or heard? The entire thing is confusing to me since outside of an occasional inbox, I've never had a personal conversation or spoken to you before." So she attempted to call me. Mind you, at this time, I'm working. Everybody knows, because the supporter that I am, even during the daytime when I am at work, I can be in the chat, but I can't just talk to you like that, you know? So I did not pick up. So she came and says, "I tried to call you, but no, I never had an issue with you." She was saying that the people in the chat think you hate rock because what you were saying, which I'm going to call a lie on that, because the messages in the back just said Kandi is a rock hater. You didn't say they're saying Kandi is a rock hater. That's what Nikki said. I said, "I'm working, can't talk." She comes right back, message after message. "But I have never had issues with you at all. I actually like you." But yes, she did repeat what was said in the chat. "But we don't just hold conversation about you. With everything that's going on, I really hope you don't feel that way, because I wouldn't support anyone that I didn't like." I said, "Okay, Angela." She said, "But I do have one issue though." I said, "What's that?" I said, "And if it's an issue, why are you just now bringing it to the table? Because why would you sit and you have an issue with me that you've never tried to discuss with me? There was no, you've come in my inbox, granted, we've never really talked, but there was no reason that you couldn't talk to me or couldn't come to me if you had some type of issue." She says, "I have been with you for a while and I'm not a mod. So I was kind of feeling some kind of way, just a bit." Now, mind you, I'm seeing now all these posts you're editing. So I don't know what you're editing, but you're editing, trying to edit these or whatever. She said, "I wanted to be a little more active in your channel. But when all the stuff happened with Sade, Luna, and MEP, I just, I think she meant she put stopped, step back. But other than that, I don't have no issue with you. And I think you're a beautiful person. Seriously." And Nikki repeats everything in the chat with me since I'm no longer in the chat. So there was no malice on my end, and I believe on hers. But that's a convo for y'all. So I said, the people that are mods in my chat, and let me explain this, you guys. Probably when I really started working on my channel back in October, I put a couple of mods then, and that was it. I never look at it. I never went in there and changed anything at all. Honestly, I didn't think about it, because literally I will go drop the link for StreamYard, and then I close YouTube out. That's really the only way that you can only make your mods if you're actually on YouTube, which I never am, aside at the very beginning when I dropped the links and pinned the links, you guys. I literally was not thinking about any mods ever. If you were a mod there, you had been there since probably October or whatever, So I said, the people that are mods in my chat, for the most part, have been coming in from the start months ago. I said, actually, I just had to delete some because I don't see them around. But I don't actively make mods simply because I'm never actually in the YouTube chat to do it. I said, even Tamika was waiting a bit simply because I had to go in to do it. And as you can see, other things are going on doing shows. I dropped the StreamYard link and closed it out completely. But all you had to do was give me a reminder, just like Tamika did. There was no personal oversight involved. But at this point, I did go and add a few the other day, but it's people that who always come through, which at my show, you just pop in the chat and leave because I don't even see you chatting there. So it's odd that you would even bring up being a mod on a show you don't really come to. And then I said, and I'll just be honest, I'm not really going for the not about me thing, even what you said above. Why would you step back from my show being the Sade Luna MVP issue? That has nothing to do with me, even though I know some people would love for it too. It has nothing to do with me. Those same people you mentioned didn't stop you from showing up on Banga's panel, but that's okay. I get it. I said I'm not even going to go too deep into this, Angela. Take care. Because I was done with the conversation at that point. She comes back and says, well, me and Gold Digger was the few that became members when you first opened up. And I was going to your show every day until all that stuff happened. It's true that it didn't have anything to do with you, but I was trying not to cause a problem. Plus, me and Luna's situation was on your panel, so I was trying not to be an issue. I said Gold Digger was a mod coming over well before I had memberships. I said it, which is true. So she's trying to say that when I was able to do memberships, which was not until the end of January, you guys. Do you see? I want you to follow the timeline. When I started doing things on my channel, the end of October, the few mods that I had over there, Gold Digger, Fuse More, some people that aren't even around anymore, mind you, because they didn't got cussed out by Banger, um, uh, for no reason. I'll also add, but she's equating that, like I said.
No, it was for a reason, Candy. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but we have to stop there because it was for a reason. Fusemore got cussed out because she disagreed with something about Krishan. Now, speaking of Krishan, somebody that he said out his mouth that he doesn't like, he's just doing it because of that's where the money is. Now, go ahead, continue.
Mhm. So she's trying to compare the two, and they're totally, they don't have one thing to do with the other. She became a member in January when I was able to even do memberships, mind you. Keep in mind, I'm telling you, I wasn't thinking the mods that I had since October, right? So it's like it doesn't even compute. So I said Gold Digger was a mod and coming over well before I had memberships. I said, Angela, do you think for a second that had I known you were even interested, I wouldn't have given you the wrench in a heartbeat? I said, with all the support you have given me, you think I wouldn't have given that to you? I said, that's crazy to me, which it is. All you had to do was say, hey, Candy, make me a mod. I would have made the lady a mod if I had known it was so important to her. She never expressed that to me. I said, and then it gets back to me that you're having conversations about how much money you've donated. And then she says, also, you can go to anyone on that channel and ask them if I even spoke bad about you. I guarantee you will not find one, not even Nikki. I said, that kind of shocked me that you would be having that type of convo. I said, these people talk and tell everything. And in the process, the things you say, they, say to them may become twisted. And she comes back and says, that was a conversation of someone trying to be nosy. Please bring them in the conversation because I definitely don't mind discussing anything I said. She says, I don't contact any of these people. They contact me and I keep all messages, which to me, that let me know right then and there that Angela, you're messy. If people are coming and talking to you and you're intentionally keeping their messages, what is the reason? That's for mess, right? Because it's one thing if something occurs and you say, no, that didn't happen. I have the messages. But for you to say when people are coming and talking to you, you're intentionally keeping their messages for what? It's because you're a messy bitch. Plain and simple. She says, if it ain't Janelle or Nikki, I don't hit none of them up. but they message me all the time. And when people started asking me about the money, I stopped letting it be known about what I was doing. I said, no, I'm not bringing anyone into anything. I said, I came to you directly. And to keep it real, I'm glad this was brought to me today because I really have been feeling some type of way due to the things I've been seeing and hearing. Today just added onto it. But what did weigh on it with you in particular, because I never took you to be a gossipy person. You were someone from the panel I held in high regard. I'm saying this to this woman, right? She comes back and says, I don't. No one count my pockets and what I spend my money on. And what she's saying, let me also tell you guys this. She came to me one day, and I can scroll up to do it, but because it's one of the few interactions that I've even had with her, period, right? She came to me one day and she said, hey, Candy, when I cash app you, just go ahead and thank me like privately. Thank me in the inbox privately. Don't say it on the panel. I thought that was odd. And to me, what it said to me is that you're talking about me to people and you don't want them to know that you're still cash apping me or fucking with me in any type of way. I thought that that was very odd, but okay, I respected that or whatever. You know, no big deal. She said, so I said to her, I said, well, I realized something must have been going on when you asked me not to thank you publicly. She says, well, I'm not sure what to tell you, Candace, on Gossipy, because apparently everyone is saying a lot of stuff about me. I wonder why. And I stayed away from everyone. I feel this is an issue only because of what people is assuming. I feel like if I would have stayed in that chat, I wouldn't even be having this type of conversation. So I'm just as confused. I have asked other people, did you not like me? So why would you ask? I have never presented anything to you that would tell you that I did not like you. So it's odd to me that you would even be asking people that. So she goes on to continue. They told me that you didn't have an issue with me, and that's where I kept it. That you had no choice but to keep it there because I had no issue with you until this day. Okay, she says, hopefully you don't think I do because I definitely don't. And I enjoy when you're on the panel. But I know that Heavy Sister and Luna and all them are tight, and I just try to move around. Now Heavy never give me an issue at all. So don't get me wrong, because she is sweet, but they are sisters. So I just kind of be invisible. I speak and go one. Candy, it really more to this story, but I don't want to throw anyone under the bus because Shanti called me on IG. She said, continues to say, this is all I'm going to say on that. I didn't know about the issue with Shanti until Sade told me. That day, we called ourselves hatching out our issues. She also told me about Gigi, True, Ardra, but I haven't told nobody but you and Shanti to this day. Shanti basically asked me, was I telling everyone this? And I was just honest to her, which she then proceeds to show me a screenshot, which I never, asked you for something. I'm just gonna read what it says on the screenshot. LP Banger want this. Gotcha. And then I guess LP is saying, is Banger and Candy all right? Do you know? I just saw she did a show earlier and then she hasn't been on with us today or yesterday. So I was worried with all the stuff that happened that they might not be good or something. But then I thought maybe Candy just taking a break. She doesn't like conflict. And Angela responds, yes, I believe that is it. Candy probably just tired of the mess. Which even with that, I don't really know what you're referencing because um everybody knows if Banger does shows in the daytime, which at that point he was kind of doing a lot of daytime shows, I'm still supporting in the chat and I just go in, hey chat, because I'm working during that time. I don't even know where that was coming from because there's absolutely no issue. There was nothing going on at that period, at that point in time. Let me clarify. She says, but I be talking, taking about y'all, but this is Linda P. I keep all my text messages. I haven't said one thing about you and Heavy, but okay, that what it is. Tell them to send you one thing I said about you and Scott. I will wait. When she starts talking about y'all, I shut her down. I said, she is the one who sent the messages about last night's show because that's me just in full disclosure. Linda P is the one that sent that to me with the screenshot. I said, you know, but it was there. So I decided to ask about it. So yeah, you want me to put all the blame on Linda P, but the situation was what it was. You were on there. There were messages. And my thing is, instead of showing me all Linda P's messages, to throw Linda P under the bus. Show me all your messages with Nikki to prove you ain't talking about me. You didn't offer
Cause
that.
that's
You
the
deleted
messages
you.
that I was
Yeah,
talking about.
you deleted them.
Like
You
they the
deleted them
messages we
instead.
wanted.
Yeah, yeah. That's not showing me nothing. So I said I said, but all those people who got blocked got something going on. And honestly, if that man don't want you on his platform, not sure what they think they're doing. And that's me even just saying, hey, if Banger don't want you on this platform, he don't want you there. I said they're in the bushes making up shit and conspiracy theories. They sound nuts, which I still stand on. So she says, Candy, I really don't have and never had an issue with you, I swear. But hey, I'm not going to keep telling you that, sis. I seen the other message too. And she said they go to Mika coming in blocking people. But this is how Nikki talk all the time. I said, yeah, we discussed the situation and I'm over it because this is the third time that I'm really over the conversation. Like I said on my post on YouTube, at a certain point, I was checked out of this because I don't believe you. You're a liar. And I really had nothing else to say to this one, right? So she comes back and says, everyone knows I like candy. So I was lost on this one. But that was sent to me, but no one can ever say I talk bad about you, not even Nikki. So this is when she tried to send me a whole series. You see where it says unsupported message? This was she tried to send me a whole bunch of messages from Linda P. I don't care about Linda P. I'm having this discussion about you and what you did in your behavior, and I'm talking with you about this, right? She says, she said, yeah, notice how I would always tell her to let it go. So I didn't talk about none of y'all except Venus. LP is a snake, and I'm not the only one that knows that. I tried to keep shit from stirring up. She messaged me herself. I didn't contact her. I can show you our first message when she was apologizing for Luna behavior. I wasn't going to tell on her and stir up more mess even more. And that's when she started trying to call me repeatedly on Instagram. You guys, so all that she's over there lying and saying that she said to me, that's the only thing, that's the only exchange with Angela McGrady that I've had concerning this at all. That's the only exchange. So anything that she's adding on is a lie, and she's trying to play victim. She's just trying to play victim, plain and simple. Now, now we're going to get to the issue between Banger and I, because I know people are curious about this issue with Banger and I. For a man that says Candy ain't going nowhere, and honestly, I had no intention on going anywhere because if I rock with you, I rock with you, and I'm a true supporter. I supported this man in everything that he was trying to do, everything, and I don't think there's anyone listening that can tell you different. You guys know I was there. I was present. I was active. And then and now I want you to go back to what I said at the beginning. The deal that was made between Banger and five of us that were up and coming trying to get into content creating here on YouTube. So I'm going to reiterate it in case you forgot. Banger asked us five, you guys, please give me a couple months. Just give me rock out with me for a couple months while I'm trying to get this channel up and going. You guys get on the panel and you guys get on the panel and people will get to know you. And while you're bringing your channel, because that's really important for when you start your panel, for you to have a little bit of a support, support base and have some support, right? That was the deal. That was the fucking deal, right? And I'm not even saying, and the thing of it is, when I got over there and I was meeting everybody and enjoying everybody on the panel, I wasn't even thinking about that fucking deal, you guys. I sincerely enjoyed the interactions and things like that and the people that I have met over there. But I want you to remember this, right? So now we get to the issue between Banger and I, right? So on, I think it was may have been the 17th or something like that. The 17th, talking to Banger on the phone as we usually do. Mind you, I never even told Banger about this exchange between, you know, myself and Angela. Like I said, my intent with that was I'm not putting him in the middle of this. That's why I never even brought it up to him. So, but when we're going to have this show, I says to him, we're on the phone getting ready, and I say to him, I said, Banger, I'm not messing with Angela. I said, so if she comes up on the panel, I said, I'll just step down. Now, mind you, she just went over there and told a whole bunch of lies. Bitch, what about you would make you think that I would ever fucking avoid any interaction with you? Who the fuck do you think you are that if you came up, I would go down? You're a fucking liar through and fucking through. Ain't nothing about that shit would make me about ain't nothing about you, bitch, would ever make me step down if you came up. But that day, since I was done with you, because when I'm done, I'm done. I told him if she comes up on the panel, I'm just gonna step down. And to me, that it ain't no smoke with that. If I don't want to, that's my right. If I don't want to sit up there, here's the thing, you guys. You guys know because it's all on video. It's all on video. It's all on fucking 4K. Y'all know that me and Miss Fit had our issue, right? But me and Miss Fit had a little bit of a history. You know what I'm saying? Being that we were one of the five, that first five helping with the channel. So I was never going to treat her that way. And you guys know that we interacted. Literally, you would have never known that we had a dispute. You would have never known that me and Fit had a dispute. I was going to sit up there, for the greater good of the channel, and she may not have wanted. And I'll say it probably went back and forth. She probably didn't want to be up there with me, and I didn't want to be up there with her. But we did it for the greater good, and we did it for Banger. And nobody was the wiser. Like literally, you wouldn't have known that we had a big fallout. But you are not misfit. So I was not going to give her that grace. I'm not going to go and sit up around a lot of people that I'm really not fucking with when there's no reason for me to. So it was not even me. It was no choice in it. I wasn't asking him to make any choice. Her, me, none of that. I just said, if we're doing a show, if I'm up there and she wants to come up, I'm going to let her do you, boo. I'm just stepping down. That's it. That's all. It was no big deal. So I feel like, honestly, I feel like he had an issue with me saying that I wasn't going to participate, if she was up there. So that led to him and I having to hash some things out or whatever. So here's the thing on that. No, Sharon, I know it's taking me out of my character, but I'm not going to be lied on. I'm just not going to be lied on, plain and simple. So, in this conversation with Banger, I don't even know how it led to it, but he gets to telling me, and I told him that I don't even know how it started, you guys, honestly, but the gist of it is I ended up letting him know that I felt like he did not support me. And when I say that, I'm going to be very clear about what I meant with that. I said, I don't feel like you support me because all Banger has been doing on my channel when he would come through, I ain't gonna say he ain't never came up and sat up there. Not saying that at all, because that would be a lie, and I'm not a liar. But when the majority of your time is spent, you're either in the chat or you're just not here at all. That's not supporting me when I'm a person that from the minute I stepped on the scene, I sat on your panel for hours and hours and hours and hours. And everyone listening knows that's the truth. You know that's the truth. Hours upon hours I spent on this man's channel helping him in any way he needed me to help. So for you to tell me that you can't spend, y'all know I keep my shows like an hour for the most part. Every once in a while we go over. But for you to say that you can't support me for 1 hour because you say that you don't like my content, which that's okay. You don't have to like my content because everyone knows I like to talk about Krishan sometimes, but I don't like to talk about her the amount of time that y'all talk about her. I don't like to talk about her every day, all day long.
It's
But
an
but you know,
overkill.
over and over and over. Like literally, that's all you do. But you know what? Because I supported this man, I support what you say your channel is about. And I did that shit for him. So for you to act like you, even if you don't like the things that I'm talking about, for you to say that for all the hours that I have given you, there's been times, y'all, I literally been fucking sleep and I'm rolling over, letting people up on the panel 2 and 3 in the morning, and I have work the next day. But I did it because I supported this man. You see what I'm saying? So for you to say, well, I just don't like what you talk about, and then I mean, I understand that people, can take different paths and do different things, but I'm almost 50 and I gotta chase the algorithm. I gotta chase the algorithm. But my thing, what does that have to do with you supporting me in the manner that I have supported you? Do you guys
And that
understand
goes
what I'm
for
talking about?
everybody. He don't support you. He don't support Vivacious One Twitch. He don't support my Twitch. Angela, I'm pretty sure he's not following you on your Twitch. So who is really the liars here? Who is really not showing support when they're receiving support unquestionably? Like he
Yeah,
was my big bro at the end of the day. But
unquestionable,
today,
undeniable support. So if you feel
undeniable
like, yeah,
support.
if you feel like I never really supported you, go take all them shows off on your channel where I'm there and present for hours.
It's
I
just
bet
gonna
you won't
leave
do
five
that
of them up there.
because you wouldn't have much content up there that I'm not there present and supporting. And that's a fact. That's a motherfucking fact. There's no one that can deny how much I have supported this man. So that's why I wanted you guys to know how this all came about. So then he's gonna say, you wouldn't even have a channel if it wasn't for me. What? First of all, YouTube is free, baby. YouTube is free. Yes, I could have. Yes, I could have. And you didn't give me anything. You didn't give me anything. I got with the deal that we made. And even with that, you still didn't give me that. You didn't give me nothing. You didn't do anything. You didn't support. You didn't give me any fucking thing. I owe you nothing. Nothing. But you owe me a lot because I gave to you. You never really gave to me. And that's the truth. So when he said that, I said, okay, Banger, have a good show. And then I waited a couple of minutes and I called him back because I wanted to be sure that I heard this man say what he just said to me. I said, I called him back. I said, you really believe what you just said to me? Of course he was mad. He said, yes. I said, okay. And then I still hopped up on his show. It was a great show. And then I haven't been associated with him at all since. I contacted him one time through text message and only to send him a screenshot because I had a member reach out to me and said, I had a member reach out to me and was like, Candy, what's going on? The trip is canceled. I already paid for my ticket, bought my flight and everything. And I apologized profusely, even though, on behalf of both of us, I apologized to her that, proper communication wasn't made. And then I sent him a text message And I said, in case you want to address this. That's the only thing I have said to this man at all. I exited stage left quietly. So I don't know why block that bitch. Because now you over here, block that bitch. I don't know why it has even gotten to this level. I don't know why it has even gotten to this level. Because I I exited quietly. I exited quietly. I never said anything. I
She
never
said
said
I'm not
anything.
built like that when she don't even know me. Bitch, I got your address. Remember that, Miss Fat Ass Fit? I fed you and your low down dirty man. It was me and my husband that fed you. Multiple nights, Miss Fit. We fed you. Okay?
So
Banger said he getting sick and tired of you asking him for $40 cash apps. And that happened last Friday. Okay? Do y'all really want me to start talking? Because I will air this shit all the way out.
no,
Banger
no,
and
that's
Banger
what.
Crew.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing, you guys.
How you
I
gonna talk like that with somebody that put food in your mouth? I never spoke about it until today because you tried to write that message. Yeah.
no. So here's the thing, you guys. Here's the thing. I This is the part with me. I just don't know how it is getting to this. What is the big deal if I don't want to have anything to do with Angela? What's the big deal if I don't want to have anything to do with Angela? Like I said, when he stated to me that you wouldn't have a channel, if it wasn't for, I knew that I could not stay over there because anything that I did that he would feel like he could take credit for. And you can't take credit for anything. You know, I still just a tiny channel, period. So that let me know where the mindset was that you really never supported me. And I could go into other instances, I could go into, but I don't even want to go there because my thing is like, why is any of this a thing, anyways? I haven't bothered this man. It wasn't him. Oh, I blocked Candy because now you're reaching out trying to tell people, nigga, you was already blocked. I blocked you on everything. The only thing that I was waiting around for where we hadn't blocked each other was on Instagram. You know, because I was just wondering what was taking so long. I was just like curious as to what was taking so long, but it is what it is. I never did a thing to this man but support him and support his platform. I never had an issue with anybody. He's he's over there trying to make it seem like I have an issue with other females. I don't have no issue with other females coming up on that platform. Yes, I did have an issue with Unique. Unique stole money from the members. And I knew I spotted something in her. And yes, I am going to say, watch this person. And it did end up being true. She put that merchandise up, stole money from basically the members, never delivered on the merchandise. And I knew something was odd about this lady from the start. And yes, I told him, that's me protecting you. That's me trying to protect your members. Unique stole money. We have a member that, and I'm not even going to say names, that is just now getting the all clear on getting her money back when those products were never delivered at all. So was I wrong? Was I wrong to say watch this person? No, I wasn't. I'm protecting your members. I'm protecting the quote unquote family that we built because you didn't build that family by yourself. You built it with me and multiple other people. It's not just you. It
And
was
Fit
built
was
with
not
me as
one of
well.
them. She don't bring nothing to your table, and you told us that. Fit brings nothing. So let's speak the truth.
But I wouldn't even be having this right now if I wasn't being lied on. And like I said, I exited quietly. The only thing people had to do was wonder. But if you're going to lie on me, I'm going to tell the truth. And there's a whole lot else that I could say, but I'm still trying to be cool about the whole situation. I don't want to revisit this, but I'm not going to have Angela over there telling lies and trying to play victim and act like somebody did something to her. I never did a thing to this woman. I never did a thing to her. But when I noticed the change in her and how she was treating me, which they trying to do a little reverse Uno, no, baby, I don't play Uno. I'm coming with fucking facts. I did say to him, I'm noticing a change with her, I'm noticing a change with her. And when he didn't, want to really speak on it or whatever, I let it go. I didn't say anything. And when that situation happened with the with her talking about me and Tamika on the back end, I never brought him into it. Me still keeping him out of it. I never said a word, and I approached her about it like a grown ass woman. She was
And
the one that
even
knows.
he said, Candy, because remember, I reached out to him. I said, Banger, listen, I know she called you because she said she was going to tell on me because I approached her with it about you and your friend talking about me and Candy on stage. So Banger said, well, Nikki is starting shit. She this, she that. Angela is playing both sides, and basically she have to basically make amends with you and Candy. So even still then, he was playing two sides that we didn't even know that he was playing two sides because I didn't painted him out to be that kind of person until today.
Yeah. So I haven't disparaged him. I haven't disparaged his channel. Nothing. So it's beyond me why, if I exit quietly and I haven't said a word, why you would even allow that type of conversation to be had on your platform. And the only reason that I had to make that post on um, my community tab is because Angela, once again, Angela the liar, was trying to go around and tell people that I left his platform because she stopped giving me cash apps. That's what she's trying to tell people, that I left his platform because she stopped giving me cash apps. Honey, I'm not like certain people that's over there. I don't rely on cash apps to live. That's why I said it's optional. If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. I don't even ask for them. The mods put them in the chat, and if you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. You'll never hear a word about me about it because I I don't need them. So why that narrative was trying to be put out, I have no idea. But and that's why I repeat had to make that message and put it out there. I I have said repeat, she's not the reason I left. Because I still would have been over there. I just wasn't going to be on the same panel with her at the same time. You know? So that honestly, that's that. That's that. So um any questions, put it in the chat because I don't even know if I even want to open this up to anybody to hop on.
I
But
don't think we should.
yeah, but honestly, you guys, that's the whole issue. And I'm not gonna lie, that really hurt my feelings to hear, because I started spiting it. Like, where is he at? Like he won't come up on my panel or this or that. But like I said, you guys, I don't everybody knows. Everybody knows that, I can listen to Krishan. I've said it over there. But I'm not all that where I want to talk about her every day, every day, every day, hour after hour after. That's not my thing. But that's his thing. And I supported that. Do you see what I'm saying? That was his thing, and that's what he wanted his channel to be about. And I supported that because I supported him. So when I see that I'm not getting the same thing back for 1 hour, for an hour, that wasn't cool to me. And I don't think anybody else with any sense would have been cool with that if you were in my position and you had went out of your way to help someone and do. I stuck to what I said I was going to do, and then some, and then some. Right. That's right. Trying to paint me as an insecure other woman. That couldn't be further from the truth. His whole channel is basically is comprised of women. I welcome everybody in that channel for months. I've helped welcome everybody up on that panel when they decide to jump up. I've encouraged everybody to jump
When
up.
he
So how,
ignored the people. Remember, Candy, he barely shows up. Like, so y'all supporting somebody that don't show up. Now, I didn't want to go below the belt, but he went below the belt with us with the lies. So that's why I'm saying all of this to you, because I saved you so many times, Banger, and you know I did. You know deep down in your heart that I did and that Candy did. So for you to do all of this, it's unacceptable.
yeah, yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, wow. So, you
I
know,
even chose my sister over you, my baby sister. I chose the panel over my baby sister. Come on now. Come on now. So let's really speak about loyalty and everything else. Come on now. Like, let's speak the truth, because that wasn't a secret. You had blocked my sister on your panel and Candy panel. I told you, I said I understand it, because the truth is the
yes,
truth. So I
even here on my
understand it.
channel. So I don't even know what he's talking about. Talking about, well, I don't know. I really haven't seen him. First of all the people that he didn't like, he blocked them on my channel. And you know what? Because I was rocking with him, I just let it go. I haven't even blocked anybody on my own goddamn channel. But I said, you know what? It's a lot going on. And if it makes him more comfortable, it was a lot going on, y'all. Y'all know it was a lot going on. But so now for you to say, oh, and she's over there and letting people talk over it, I personally, I know who I have an issue with, or who I have some issues that maybe can be rectified or whatever. I know those people. But I never block people over here, because I don't have no issues over here. The only issue that I've ever had over here is Angela and Venus. And I never placed any blame. It was what it was. So I never said anything. I never told her, oh, I'm mad at you about coming on my nothing. I didn't say that to either one of these ladies. It happened. As far as I was concerned, it happened. We got over it, and that was that. You know what I'm saying? So there was no reason for her to feel like she couldn't come over, because it's just like all the other people over on his channel. You just got to agree to disagree. You got to just agree to disagree, and that's what it was. So like, honestly, I don't know how it got to this, because like I said, you guys, I never said a word. I exited stage left after I did that show with him. I have not communicated with this man since then. February, not February, look, May 17th. I think it's that day. So, it's going to be up to you guys to read between the lines. But huh, you better look at people's track records on how they do people, because I I ain't did nothing to nobody. So, I just don't know. They're trying to spin a narrative to 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 justify why I'm not over there. And I just told you guys why I'm not over there. It has nothing to do with Angela. It has nothing to do with Angela. It don't have nothing to do with no cash apps. I just told
Nothing.
you what it has to do with in the this has to do with Banger and I, and me not being supported in the same way that I supported him. And
And his
I did,
comment
and
that you
I
don't
felt
got
some
good
type of,
content.
I don't like your content, it's boring to me. Okay, if you don't want to speak about life, that's fine. But I don't care if they're watching. Hey y'all, just so you can hear.
I want them to watch. We need the
Yeah,
views. Thank you for
I,
viewing
I,
us. Thank
that's
you.
fine. And,
Thank
and I'm
you.
and honestly, I'm keeping it at this. I'm just keeping it at this, because I don't feel like other things need to be discussed and brought up. I think that's unnecessary, because, like I said, even this is unnecessary, because, like I said, I I haven't said a word, and it was quiet. I exited quietly, didn't say a word. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know what to say. But no, no lies are gonna be told. Um, you know, like I'm baffled because, like I said, um, nothing had to be said.
I just wanted to post that comment from Miss Stacy just in case if y'all scared to get blocked, that's why y'all not commenting. Which is okay, because I do the same thing. You don't
Yeah,
want to get blocked. But also he cannot, no YouTuber cannot block you if you have an active membership. And if he do block you, you get your money back. Okay, case closed.
yeah. So that's it. That's it. That's all. It's like, yeah, I do have every right to correct the lies that are being spoken. But like I said, I'm just keeping it at this right here. Like, I don't need to go into any other things, involve any other people, and hopefully he does the same because it's unnecessary. It's unnecessary. But that
Well, he
that
didn't. That's why we here, because he started that live calling you a bitch and everything else. That's why
oh
we
yeah,
started the
yeah,
live. So he
yeah, us
went low.
bitches.
He really went low. And that's what got me out of character with him. Because what? After you told your panel, nobody going nowhere. Candy been with me. Candy been rocking with me. Ain't nobody going nowhere. And then a week later, you swap up like that? I wouldn't even want to. Honestly, I'm happy that you showed me yourself within the 6 months of knowing you. I'm happy that God revealed you because I have God in me. Now I am hot tempered, but I have the Lord in me. That's why I knew what was true and what was a lie. And you knew that we know this. You know, Candy and Tamika know. That's why you ain't. That's you know what, Candy. That's why he was so silent because he knew they they know too much. They're gonna put me on Front Street. But I guess today, because Tita did that video, which didn't have nothing to do with me and Candy, by the way. That didn't have nothing to do with me and Candy. Whatever that Cheetah or any other member does, that does not have nothing to do with us. As y'all should know from what my sister went through. I exit left off of that situation. So for his panel and him and his chat to say oh well, we are some fake ass bitches. When did we ever display fake? We have careers. How many of them up there that can say that, starting with the creator? Okay? We have careers. This is a hobby. This is a hobby. Okay? Learn the difference. Learn the difference. So yeah, y'all up there on a Sunday instead of cooking for your family and everything else. But we literally had to stop to address the lies because you're not gonna terminate this lady character like that. That's why I'm speaking. No, you didn't
Yeah,
speak
that's
of
what I'm
my
saying.
name,
It's
but you
I've
tormented
never
this lady character.
I have never done anything to this man. I have never done anything to this man. I've never spoken negatively about him. And honestly, I'm trying not to do it right now. But I just have to say what actually happened. And hopefully it's
And
left
Vega,
alone.
I never tried to talk to you. Send those screenshots. My husband check my DMs all the time, honey. My husband is right here beside me. So yeah, we could go back and forth with that one. Let's fucking call it out. I motherfucking turned my camera on and you said with the eyes in my DM. I said, boy, you better stop playing with me like that. And you never came in my DMs after that. And my husband know it. That's why my husband said, yeah, I do need to show my motherfucking face. Because maybe because you on his panel, I don't think that he knows that you're really a committed ass wife. You just doing this shit because, shit, I would rather you online than out here with dumbass bitches that's on your panel, basically. So don't do that, because I will air out the truth. You came at me when I turned on my thing. So just like you talking all that bullshit, yeah, I'm going to come with the truth each and every time. And my husband right here. So come
Yeah,
on with it, because he's seen those fucking messages.
y'all don't even let's just address this right here. Let's that's what I'm saying. Leave it alone. It never had to even get to anything like this because I haven't said anything about you. I haven't talked about you. I left your channel, and and that has been that. I haven't said anything negative about you. So it's like, I don't even know why this just wasn't left. where it was, you know. Okay, we're just not supporting each other no more. You go your way, I go my way. But I'm not gonna let Angela McGrady sit up there and tell lies. You're not gonna do that, lady.
They all telling lies. Him, Angela, Misfit, and then you got the ones that's over there talking bad about us. Like, look, if y'all want to be, in the dark, and it came to light, then so be it. I can't make you do that. But with him, don't do that. Please don't, because I know more than what you think I know, and I'm ignorant. I would air this shit out. When you mention my husband again, I would air that shit out.
No, just leave it alone. It's like it's
No, I'm
like
not leaving that alone because Donovan doesn't do anything. Let Banger mention my husband's name again. I swear. And I'm coming on the fucking panel. Well, he live in members. You want to join his stream? Because he think I'm sweet. He better do his research for real.
so, literally it's like, what whatever decision you guys try to make, but there is the truth right there. That's It's the truth. This has nothing to do with anyone at all. This just has to do with the conversation that Banger and I had, and that was time. I guess it was just time. When I saw, the his real intention, or his true, that he wasn't really supporting in the way that I was supporting him, then it just became time to go. So I didn't make no noise and kick up no dust. It just was what it was, and that's on that, and that's fine. So it's like I don't know what the need for all this stuff is. And like I said, Tita's issue with Angela is Tita's issue with Angela. You know, and Tita's a grown ass woman, and knows how to say what issue she has. Now, maybe this has more to do with it. Let me see. Maybe this has to do more with it. Linda says, let's talk about Angela and Banger relationship and the screenshot she accidentally sent me between them. Maybe that has to do with, I don't know, but it don't have nothing to do with me. Like, literally, Banger's personal life, we never talked like that. We just worked good together. We created good together. And that's sad that, that it went out like this, but I never talked my personal business to him, and he never talked his personal business to him. So, I can't even speak on that. If he
Me
is,
either.
we I mean, it's kind of clear some things have gotten out, but I you know I don't know. Where's the one you asked me? Maybe that's why she was talking to you so much, because they got, which if they do, that's their business. So yeah, that's that, y'all. Okay. So Sade says that makes sense because she told me about her and Nikki's beef with Shanti. So I don't know. I don't know, but yeah, nothing ever had to go this way. Nothing ever had to go this way.
It really didn't, because we stayed quiet. Like, we didn't mention anything. Like, we had shows, we didn't say anything. And what Tita did to Angela last night, that didn't have nothing to do with us. So for you to get on that panel and call us bitches and everything else, no, sir. Hold up. This where we at? Oh, I didn't know this how you really felt. Because if you really said, oh, we're family and this and that, you would have called Candy and said, hold up, wait, we need to fix this. Like, what, like, all right, like, what is going on? That's what adults do, right? Oh, okay.
Yeah. And it's so funny because it's a lot of people commenting. It's a lot of people commenting that if you really knew what was up, you really wouldn't be commenting.
You really
you
wouldn't
would
be
you
commenting.
really wouldn't be commenting. But like I said, I don't I don't even want to go there because it's unnecessary.
And that's you still being the bigger person. That's
Yeah,
you still being that bigger person because I couldn't do it. But that's you being a bigger person because little do they know, if they knew the stuff that they said to him and it got out, yeah, y'all would have been looking crazy as hell. That's all I'm going to say. Because you know who you told your business to. Hmm.
so any questions in the chat, anything like that? Because I'm over it.
I am too. And I don't care what they say. Please don't come in my inbox, members. Candy canes and heavy hitters. I know I may lose a couple of followers, but that's just God removing them out of my life.
Yeah,
I mean, they was
just
only
go.
there to be probably nosy. So I don't really care about a lose of a follower because I really didn't care about this, honestly, anyway. So what I'm saying is just don't come in my inbox telling me what none of them said because I really don't care. After today, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to be about it, okay? Because I'm a
Yeah.
child of God. Period. I will cuss you out, but I'm a child of God. Yes, I am.
Okay. Now, Internet Granny says, yes, I got a question. Is anyone mad at me? So look, while we airing shit out, we might as well just air it out.
Yeah,
Look,
we
Granny,
might as well.
look. The reason I know you have been reaching out to me, but you know what? Here's the thing. Um, you were doing a lot of stuff like you get mad at somebody else, you unblock me, unfollow me. I know you were seeing some other situations were going on, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I really was not buying all that. So I just felt like instead of all the back and forth, one day we friends, next minute I'm blocked, and 1 minute we friends, next minute I'm unfollowed. I just felt it best just to not interact. And so that's where we're at with that. I just felt it because honestly, the behavior was a little wild to me. So I just felt it was best just to not interact at all because I didn't know what was going on with you. I look up one day, we're connected. Next day, we're not. So all that back and forth for me, that was just like a bit too much. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna let that be. Venus, if you want to know why you're blocked on his page, you're really gonna have to ask him.
Yeah, we can't say why anybody was blocked on his page but him. Shit, he looking. The fuck? Ask him. Go in his chat and ask him. He the only person that could tell you why y'all asses was blocked. But to say why y'all got unfollowed by me and Candy was because we just didn't want to involve ourselves. Like Shanti, I didn't have a problem with you. When you called me about Banger, guess what? I called Banger and I told them because my loyalty was to Banger. So yes, I did open my mouth and I told Banger that you out that you don't know me from a can of paint, but you telling him his business. Then you kept coming in my inbox when he finally blocked you and stuff like that. I didn't want to hear that because at the time I'm thinking that's my brother. That's where my loyalty is. So that's why I unfollowed you. It wasn't an issue between me and you. That wasn't it. And that's where we all get caught up with. That's what we all get caught up with, honestly, because we borrow beef. That is borrowing beef. For you to not have an issue with somebody, but you know, you want to keep, I guess, that loyalty. So you like, okay, well, I'm gonna unfollow this person because he's not fucking with her or she's not fucking with her. Well, why didn't I unfollow my sister or like I'm not gonna do that. Can't nobody control my mind. You have to do something to me because that's what the Lord said. You know what I mean? Like I went to church this morning and that word really stuck to me. It really stuck to me. So all of this is going down right now. Yes, I did expose you to the certain point with my potty ass mouth. But God knows I got a potty mouth. You know what I mean? But I'm still coming in love because it's other people that's getting affected by this, like our viewers. You know what I mean? Like they're torn in between because you out of your own mouth said Candy ain't going nowhere. This my ace blue coon. You know what I mean? So now it's just like, what? So who else is next? Because it's so many patterns. When it's so many of these patterns, you have to self-reflect and say, am I the issue? Is it me? Is it my panel? You gotta ask that that to yourself. And that's just me giving you knowledge, although you're 50. But that's just me saying it to you because evidently nobody had courage enough to say that to you. Hello, can y'all hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hi, T.
Hey T. Oh, you made it over today. You
If
have to catch the
anybody
replay.
that's coming in that's want to know what's going on, just catch the replay. And you're one of Banger's members, so I'm sure you kind of have a figure out. But if you don't, just catch his live too, and then you will catch ours. But don't come to ours until you catch his, because that's where we started from.
So yeah, it's like, like I said, hopefully this is just the last thing. This is, nothing going on and just yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's absolutely right. If anybody thinks that I caused it, first of all, I never caused any issue over this channel. Honestly, it it caused issues for me, but it was always handled or whatever. It's just like I don't even know that. Like I said, I don't even know how I got to this because it really didn't have to. Like I said, I haven't contacted him or anything since May 17th, I think it was that last show when I got up there. And like I said, that I sent him a text message a
It
couple
was
of days
May
later.
18th. It
uh,
was my birthday. I remember that
May
date. It was my
18th. Okay,
birthday.
May
Yeah.
18th. And then I sent him a text message because one of the members had reached out because they were just now finding out that that Vegas trip was not happening. And I sent him a text message and said, in case you want to address this. And that's how I haven't bothered anybody, haven't bothered anyone. So, it is what it is. So, okay. All right. That's enough of this mess, you guys. Enough of this drama. And unless it keeps going, unless it keeps going, which hopefully it won't, because I really ain't on that type of shit. It is what it is. So okay, you guys, y'all have a good evening. Enjoy. Um, yeah, and enjoy your Sunday, you guys. Y'all have a good day. All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
Bye.